Namaste. Good morning. I've had feedback from several people about the usefulness of the pause and the envelope breathing. They have a similar effect. We're going to work with the pause again today. Pause, bringing consciousness to our every breath. Pause, doing something in a novel way. When we do something new, it helps to keep our attention. And pause, demanding full focus and attention. So we'll work with the 2-second pause, or whatever amount of pause works for you without disturbing the breath, both after the inhale and after the exhale. And for some of the poses, we'll be staying for a couple breaths. So you can really work with that being still in the body and still in the breath dynamic. And just to bring another layer of bhavana to this, another layer of attention, speaking with a student yesterday, she said, wouldn't it be amazing if when I was having a conversation with somebody, I could just listen to what they're saying? This is not a new idea, of course, but if we could actually do it, it would be a radical shift, a radical achievement. Normally what happens is one person speaks, and if something sparks in you, you're instantly forming your retort or your correction, or even, yes, wow, that happened to me too. And then you stop listening. So the idea of the pause also is that you're present with what's going on. And if someone's speaking to you, you take it in and pause and then respond. And if you're walking down a path in the woods, you look at the path in the woods instead of regurgitate your thoughts, for example. So this is the pause, both its use in the practice itself and how we might hope it will manifest gradually in our lives. We'll start in samastiti. Finding a steady, comfortable, relaxed, balanced position. Letting the breath breathe at its own pace for a moment. Settle into this standing balance, finding the weight equally distributed on the front, the back, the inner, the outer foot. Feel the connection downwards into the floor, and then feel the connection upwards through the body. Standing tall all the way to the crown of the head and relaxing the shoulders. Now gently close the lips. Softly engage the Ujjayi breath, whispering the inhale in through the nose, and whispering the exhale out through the nose. The throat is shaped like an ah sound. Begin to hear the breath. As you use the Ujjayi, will gradually lengthen to whatever your long, full, comfortable breath is. And begin to notice the quality that accompanies the inhale, the quality of the chest lifting and opening, and the quality that accompanies the exhale of the belly drawing in. The abdominal muscles are engaged. Simultaneously, the shoulders drop down, and you feel tall through the crown of the head all at once. And into this smooth and lengthened breath, let's insert a small pause after the inhale, resting in the feeling of the inhale. We just suspend the breath for a moment. Imagine the breath continuing to come in and just pause in that expansiveness. And then begin the exhale by hugging the belly in, relaxing the shoulders, standing tall, and keep the belly gently hugged in for a moment after the exhale is complete, pausing there as well. And we'll keep a practice of pause throughout, trying to find a moment, 1 or 2 seconds, when you can just rest in the effect of the breath after each inhale and each exhale. We'll begin with Uttanasana, the forward bend. We'll just do 3 repetitions, but we're going to stay the first time 1 breath, then the second time 2, then the third time 3. So you'll have this opportunity to be still in the pose and still in the breath. Inhale and float the arms forward and up. Feel the gentle lift and expansiveness of the chest and pause. Exhale, draw the belly gently in towards the spine and fold yourself forward, letting the upper body relax into the forward bend. Knees can be a little bent if that's better for you. Pause. And then stay. Inhale. And pause in the space after the inhale. And then exhale, hug the belly. Relax the neck and shoulders. And pause in the space after the exhale. Inhale, float up to the top, arms framing the ears as you come up. And pause after the inhale. Hug the belly, exhale, bring the arms down the front. And pause for a moment with the breath out. And again. Inhale, arms forward and up. Keeping the chin down, feel the chest open. Pause in that lifted openness. Hug the belly in and exhale, bend forward. Keeping the weight balanced evenly front to back in the feet, relaxing the upper body. Pause and then stay while you slowly inhale. Pause at the end of the inhale and stay while you exhale. Keep the belly gently hugging up towards the spine as you pause after exhale. We're going to take another breath here. Slow inhale. Followed by the pause. And long supported exhale. Again, followed by the pause. Inhale, float up to the top. Pause. And bring the arms down the front. We have 1 more repetition. Inhale, arms forward and up. Pause. Exhale and bend down. Relax into the forward bend. We're staying for 3 breaths with a pause after each inhale. And after each exhale. In the pause after inhale, imagine the breath still comes in. Don't close the throat down. In the pause after exhale, I'm going to keep the belly gently hugging up towards the spine. 1 more breath cycle. And the inhale brings you to the top. And exhale, the arms lower down the front. And then relax the breath. You may find it helpful during that pause to actually say to yourself, pause, pause. That's what I generally do if I'm working that practice specifically. Or you could count 1, 2. And now we'll do Tadasana, following the same pattern that we just did in the forward bend. 3 repetitions, staying from 1, 2, then 3 breaths. There's a pause after each inhale and each exhale. Softly fix the gaze. Inhale, float the arms out and up and lift the heels. Pause. And stay for the exhale. Feel the belly draw towards the spine. And pause with the breath out. Stay for the inhale. Feel the sternum lift. Pause with the breath in. And lower slowly down with exhale. Inhale to lift. Pause, pause. Stay, inhale. Pause, pause, and exhale, stay. Pause. One more breath. And we lower down with the exhale. Pause. Final repetition. Inhale to lift. Three breaths. Exhale, inhale 3 times with pauses. Feel the belly hug in with the exhale. Pause. Feel the chest lift and open with the inhale. Pause. And then we lower with an exhale. And then relax the breath. Observing the breath even when we relax it, you may find that there are some natural pauses. Within the natural pause inside the free breath, it's a very still moment. All right, a little vinyasa with Virabhadrasana and Parsvarttanasana. Steady the hips and turn the right toes out. Step the left leg forward. Have a good steady stance. If you need to move the left foot a little farther left to feel steady here, do that. We're going to move through the hero, but not stay there, and we'll build the stay in the forward bend. Continue to work with the pause after every inhale, every exhale, please. Keeping the breath smooth. Inhale, float the arms forward and up, and bend the front knee. After the pause, fold down, straighten in the front leg. You can have the hands anywhere that it's comfortable for you. Try to drop that right hip forward, and then we stay for the inhale. And pause, and stay for the exhale. And pause. Inhale, Lift the arms out to the sides and up as you bend the front knee and lift and open the chest. And we'll exhale the arms down the front. And pause. Again, inhale, arms forward and up, bend the front knee. Pause. And exhale, fold down, straightening the front leg. 2 breaths. Inhale. Pause and exhale. Pause and exhale. Sorry about that. After you finish that second breath, inhale, lift up, arms wide, bending the front knee, pause, and exhale, arms down the front as the leg straightens. Last repetition, inhale, arms forward and up, bend the front knee, pause, and exhale, fold down. 3 breaths this time. Inhaling and pausing, and exhaling and pausing. Do 2 more breaths on your own. After the pause, it's an inhale that brings you up, taking the arms wide as you bend the front knee. Pause at the top. And exhale, arms down and legs straight. Pause. Then relax the breath and bring the left foot back to meet the right foot. Find your Samastiti. Let the breath flow at its natural pace. And then we prepare for the second side. Steady the pelvis. Turn the left toes slightly out and step the right foot forward. Right foot wide enough to the side that you feel steady. And we begin the vinyasa. Inhale, arms forward and up as you bend the right knee. Pause in that open, lifted position. Exhale, straighten the right leg and bend forward. The hands can be anywhere on the leg and the knee can be bent if necessary. Stay for 1 breath with pauses. When you're ready to lift, inhale, bend the right knee, take the arms out and up. Open, pause at the top. And exhale, arms come down the front as the front leg straightens. Pause after this exhale. Second repetition. Inhale, arms forward and up, bend the right knee. Lift and open and pause. Exhale, bend forward. Front leg straight. Drop the left hip. 2 breaths here with pauses after inhale and after exhale. And an inhale lifts you up, arms wide, bend the right knee. exhale, arms down, legs straight. Last time. Inhale, arms forward and up, bend the right knee. Pause. Exhale, fold down, legs straight. Pause. 3 breaths on your own. Include the pause each time. And an inhale brings you to the top. And exhale, arms down the front as the right leg straightens. Pause. And then relax the breath and bring the right foot back to meet the left. Samastiti. Watch the flow of the breath. Let it move however it likes. We're going to take Ardha Utkatasana, 2 sets of 3. So we'll do 3 and then relax the breath and do 3 more. Include that pause and be particularly aware of the pause in the exhale when you're folded over your bent knees. The posture itself really empties you out, so I want you to take your time with that part of the position. Inhale, arms forward and up. Pause. Exhale, bend the knees and fold down. Pause. Inhale, raise the arms, the chest, straighten the legs and pause. And exhale, bring the arms down the front. Pause. Twice more like that. Notice the belly drawing into the spine as we go into this forward bend with the knees bent. Keep the breath out without any strain. And flow to the top. Keep the breath in without any strain. And exhale the arms down the front. Pause. And do that one more time. Inhale, float the arms up. Take a moment. Exhale, hug the belly, fold down. Take a moment. Float to the top with inhale. Pause. Hug the belly, lower the arms down. Pause. And then relax the breath. We're going to do the exact same thing again, 3 repetitions, emphasizing those pauses. And those pauses, I'll have you do that on your own. 3 breaths with pauses. No strain as the breath stays in or as the breath stays out. When you're done, the breath flows. Now, when we let go of the control of the breath, of course, we do not want to let go of the control of the focus. Mind stays observational, present, witnessing the relaxed breath. I'm going to take a little moment here because we're moving into a vinyasa next, so we really want the breath to recover. Be patient with the observation. Steady on the feet, lifted through the whole height of the body. Just the right amount of effort so that you're standing comfortably and with stability. We're going to move into a vinyasa. The vinyasa is going to have a downward dog and a plank and back to a downward dog. And I want you to be able to keep this measured pace where you're staying slow and calm and staying with the pause. We'll only do it 3 times. And if you need to modify in some way, for example, instead of going to the plank, if you need to bring the knees down and just come to all fours, please do that. Let the breath take priority here. So we'll begin by standing on the knees. The main focus, again, is on the pause, the moment when we finished the inhale, and the moment when we finished the exhale. For that 1 or 2 seconds, the body is still and the breath is suspended. Inhale, flip the arms forward and up. Feel the lift and opening of the front of the body, then pause. Exhale, then forward, coming into a child's pose, but extend your arms as far out in front of you as you can. Pause, and then inhale up to all fours. Opening the chest. Pause, tuck the toes, and exhale to downward facing dog, and pause. When we inhale, come forward into a plank pose. Again, knees can come to the floor if that's better for you, and pause. Then with exhale, we're going to raise the hips to the ceiling, back to downward facing dog, and pause. Inhale, the knees come slowly down to the floor. See if you can bring them down at the same moment by pushing the floor away with the hands, and pause. Exhale, the hips move back to the heels. Now the arms can relax, the shoulders soften, and pause. Inhale, lift your arms up and stand up tall onto the knees. Open the front body, pause. And exhale, lower the arms down the front. And pause. We'll do it twice more. Inhale, arms forward and up. Pause. Exhale, hold down. Fully extend the arms in front of you and pause. Inhale, lift and open on all fours. Pause. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. and pause. Inhale, move forward into plank. See if you can keep your hands and feet in the same spot and pause. Exhale, return to down dog. Push the floor away and pause. Inhale, knees slowly down to the floor. Knees coming down at the same moment if possible. Pause. Exhale, hips back to heels. Relax the arms. Pause. Inhale, lift up tall, arms framing the ears. And pause. And exhale, bring the arms down the front. Pause. Let's try it one more time. I'm not going to remind you to do the pause each time. I'll just generally talk you through. But do please continue your pause. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale and bend down. Arms fully extended. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, knees to the floor. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, stand tall on the knees. Open the front body. Exhale, arms down the front. And then relax the breath. And we'll come down to lie on the back. If you like, you can bring the knees into the chest for a moment. When your back is comfortable, we'll place the feet on the floor. Relax the arms out wide. Release the control of the breath. And take a short relaxation here. Feeling the floor behind the body dropping into the floor. Breath relaxed. And then we'll come into position for Dvipada Pitham. The knees are bent, so the feet are on the floor in line with the sit bones. Arms in, close to the sides. Back of the neck long, without a pillow behind the head for this particular posture. We're continuing to work with the pause. We're returning to the stay 1, then 2, then 3 breaths. Breath is long and smooth. Inhale, lift the hips and take the arms up and back to the floor behind. And pause. And then we stay and exhale. Draw the belly in. And pause. And stay and inhale. And pause. And then with the exhale, lower down. The position feels very different depending on which phase of the breath you're in. Inhale, raise the hips. Stretch the arms up and back. Pause. 2 breaths this time. As you exhale, feel the belly pull into the spine, and you might feel a little extra work in the buttocks. Pause with the breath out. Then stay and inhale. Feel your chest expand, and then your belly expand. You can watch that happen. And pause. And again, we're going to stay and exhale. Plug the belly in. Pause. And stay and inhale. Expand. And pause. Then lower down with exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift. Pause there. 3 breath cycles. Exhale. Pause. And inhale. Pause. Do 2 more breath cycles on your own. When you're ready, we lower down on an exhale. And relax after the pause. Letting the breath move. Now we'll bring the knees into the chest. We're going to work on the leg lift with the wide scissor. You can have your hands supporting the legs on the front, the back, or if your hamstrings are stretched enough, then you can hold your big toes. Whichever arm position you choose, the tailbone should be down on the floor when we get the legs up towards the ceiling and out wide. Same pattern, staying 1, 2, 3 breaths, pausing. Begin by inhaling, straightening the legs up to the ceiling and pausing. Try to get your tailbone down. Exhale, the legs scissor out wide. Keep the tailbone down on the floor. It might mean that your knees are quite bent. That's fine. And we'll stay for a breath. Inhale. And pause. And exhale. And pause. With the inhale, we'll stretch the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Pause. And then the exhale, bend the knees to the chest. Here you can go ahead and let your lower back flatten you and pause. Second repetition. Inhale, legs straight up and pause. Exhale, legs wide. Pause. 2 breaths this time. Remember, no tension during that pause. Inhale the legs back together up to the ceiling. Then exhale, bend the knees, hugging them into the chest. Lower back can go flat. Pause. One more time. Inhale, stretch the legs up straight. Tailbone on the floor. Exhale, legs out wide. Stay with your pauses and do 3 breaths. When you're ready, inhale the legs back up and together. Exhale, bend the knees into the chest. And rest where you're comfortable with the knees into the chest for a moment. Relax the breath. We'll continue to relax the breath. Bring the feet to the floor with the knees bent. Breath moving at its own pace. And now let's straighten the legs all the way out onto the mat. Let the back of the body settle down into the floor. And now we'll work with Jatara Parivriti, the side bending version. And please walk the feet a little bit to the left, only so far that your right hip is still down. The back of the sacrum is still on the mat. So we don't want to twist the pelvis up off of the floor. With the inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead and pause. Then we're staying for 1 breath. Exhale, you can let your head gently fall to the right. And pause after the exhale. And then stay and inhale. Pause after the inhale. And exhale, turn the head into the center, bring the arms down. We're going to keep the legs where they are, displaced over to the left. Next repetition, 2 breaths in the stay. We'll float the arms out and up overhead. Pause. And exhale, let the head fall to the right. Pause and stay with the inhale. Pause after the inhale. And we're staying for another exhale, relaxing the neck and shoulders. Pause with the breath out. And stay with the inhale. Stay and feel that open, expanded chest. And then exhale, turn the head to the center and bring the arms down to the sides. Feet are staying off to the left. Last repetition. Inhale, arms sweep wide, coming up overhead. And pause. With exhale, let the head drop down to the right side. And pause. And stay with the inhale. And pause 2 more breath cycles. Exhale completely, softening neck and shoulders. Keep the belly gently hugged as you pause. And then breathe slowly in. Pause after the inhale. 1 more breath. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, return the head to the center, lower the arms, and this time center the legs. Take a brief Shavasana here. The legs can be comfortably apart, arms comfortably wide. Let the body give in to the pull of gravity, release all effort. Release the control of the breath. Observation inside the body. And now we'll do the same pose to the other side. So we want to keep the back of the pelvis steady on the floor and walk the feet over to the right side. Inhale, float the arms out wide. Pause at the top. And exhale, you can let the head fall gently to the left. Pause for a moment. Stay there and inhale. Pause. And then exhale, right the head and bring the arms down to the sides. Feet are still over to the right. Pause and inhale again. Sweep the arms wide, coming up to the top. And pause. Exhale. We have 2 breaths here. The head can fall to the left. Make sure your left hip is down. Pause with the breath out. And stay and inhale. Pause with the breath in and again. Exhale here. And inhale here. Exhale, arms down, head to the center. Last one. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, let the head fall left. Relax the shoulders. Pause and stay with inhale. Two more breath cycles, staying with your pauses. Then with exhale, head to the center, arms down, and this time we'll bring the feet centered and take a brief rest. Breath is free. Mind is paying attention to the breath. As you feel the breath moving in and out, notice the sensations inside the body. Now we'll bring the knees into the chest, one hand to each knee, 6 times Apanasana, hugging the knees into the chest with exhale, pause, relax the shoulders, relax the feet, the face. Inhale, breathe from the chest to the belly, pause, keep the shoulders settled down. Exhale, hug the knees in. Rest in the pause. Inhale, slowly draw the breath in. Rest in the pause. Long, smooth, complete exhale. Slow, smooth, complete inhale. Do 3 more repetitions on your own. Keep including the pauses. When you're done, we're going to turn onto the stomach. And extend the arms straight out in front, forehead on the floor. Legs comfortable, they can be a little separated if you like, and then relax them. We're returning to our pattern of staying 1, then 2, then 3 breaths. As you inhale, float the chest and head up off of the floor. Keep the elbows down. Draw the breastbone away from the belly button and pause. And we stay and exhale. Feel the navel draw up towards the spine. And pause. Stay and inhale. Again, breastbone moving forward away from the belly button. Pause. And then exhale, the forehead back down to the floor, and pause. Inhale, raise the chest and head. Keep the elbows down. Sternum drawing forward without the chin drawing forward. Pause. Say exhale, feel the support of the belly. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears and pause. And stay, inhale. Opening the chest. And pause. We have another breath. Exhale, hug the belly in. Inhale, breathe into the chest. And lower the forehead to the floor with the exhale. Final repetition. Inhale, lift. Pause and begin 3 breath cycles. Exhale, inhale 3 times with the pauses. When you're done, it's an exhale that brings you down to the floor. Relax everything after your pause. Come up to all fours. And inhale, draw the breastbone forward. And pause with the chest lifted. Exhale, tuck your tail, bend your elbows, move the hips back to the heels. Pause with the breath out. Inhale, come up to all fours again. Open the chest. Pause. And exhale, pull the belly and tuck the tail. Bend the elbows so you soften the upper back as you move the hips to the heels. Pause. Again, up to all fours on inhale. And exhale, hips back to heels. Now you can do that 3 more times, or if you want to work your shoulders out a little bit, we'll do 3 sweeping arms, Vajrasana. So again, you can do Chakramakasana just like we did for 3 more times, or bring the hands behind the back. And on the inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you stand tall on the knees. Lift and open and pause. And bend forward, hands coming to the back as you fall down. And pause. 2 more times. Inhaling and opening. Pause after the inhale. And exhale. Moving into the forward bend, feeling the back stretch, the neck and shoulders relax. Pause there. Last one. If you like, take a moment in child's pose. When you're ready, we'll come into final relaxation. Lying on your back. Arrange the body comfortably. Legs will be slightly separated. Arms wide, palms up. Settle the body into a comfortable, relaxed position. Release the control of the breath. attention present. Especially be aware if any natural pauses appear. Feel what it's like to have the breath, the body, the mind all still and resting in one point at the same time. The mind, where is it? The breath, what's it doing? The body, what's it sensing? Let's move slowly from relaxation up into a seated posture. And stretch as you like and come up into a comfortable seat. Be sure that you're well supported as you sit on the floor or in a chair. The same way that you connected through your feet when you were standing, now we connect down through the sit bones. Spine is lifted and open. Body steady and comfortable. We'll do a little krama breathing, segmented breathing. We'll begin a gentle ujjayi breath with the lips closed, the whispered ah in the throat. The breath comes in through the nose. Notice the feeling at the end of the inhale. And then gently hug the belly and relax the shoulders. And notice the feeling at the end of the exhale. Take another couple breaths like that to reestablish your ujjayi. And we're going to add a krama to the inhale, which means that we'll breathe half the breath in, pause without closing down in the throat, please. And then you'll breathe the other half in and pause again. The exhale will be long, no segment in the exhale, but we will continue with the pause at the end of the exhale. As you're ready, inhale just half the breath in and pause. And then continue, complete the inhale. And pause. And then exhale, hug the belly, relax the shoulders. Long, complete exhale. Pause after the exhale. And then again, segment the inhale, half the breath in. Pause without any constriction. Complete the breath. Pause again at the end without any constriction. And exhale from the belly. Pause after the exhale. Again, segment the inhale. Pausing after each of the halves of the inhale, then long, smooth exhale. Please do 3 more breaths like that on your own, segmenting the inhale into halves, pausing after each half. No tension in the pause though. once you've completed those 3 breaths with the segments, relax the breath. Observe the free flow of the breath, the free movement, and whatever natural pauses may arise. When my student was considering the idea of actually listening to someone in conversation instead of being derailed by one's own thoughts, opinions, reactions, emotions, she's really talking about the idea of being present to what is, the actual reality unfolding, instead of the distorted reality created by our own samskaras and the kleshas and all of the things that fog our lenses of perception. And it's such a simple idea, of course, such a radically difficult proposition to actually carry out. But whenever you succeed in doing that, you're actually succeeding in yoga's goal, which I'm going to read a quote from Georg Feuerstein to express the idea of liberation, which is really what happens when we understand the true reality in front of us. He says, "Liberation is the condition of radical conscious freedom from the bonds of the conditioned personality with its ingrained habit patterns, relative unawareness, and fundamental dissatisfaction. It is at the same time the condition of pure consciousness, unaffected by the fluctuations of the mind, one's ever-changing opinions and moods." So the thing that we're trying to find some space from, take a little vacation from, is our own internal habits, the loops that the mind plays repetitively, the reactions that come up automatically, finding some space between the internal reaction and then the way that we choose actually to act. Anytime you can find a place to pause instead of react automatically, you'll be putting this idea into practice. I'll bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your efforts. Namaste. Okay, logistics. This is the last class for a while. I'm not going to be teaching the whole week of the 9th or the 16th. The next class is Pilates in person, we hope, at Conkling Hall on August 21st. And then for the rest of August, of course, depending on how Delta progresses, we'll be doing, I think it's Tuesdays in Conkling Hall and Thursdays on Facebook. I'll confirm that. But it's a hybrid approach, so there'll be some in-person classes and some Facebook classes. In the meantime, while I'm traveling, I'm going to be a few different places. And I'll be doing my practice every day. I do. It doesn't matter where I am or what the circumstances. I always do my practice. So I want you to be mindful of your own practice. If you've gotten in a pattern of practicing here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, go find another class on the feed and please partake. Or get on your mat and do some movements, some breathing, and a little quietness. So I hope that you will continue to establish this positive samskara of having yoga practice in your life regularly. All right, I will be in touch. I'll leave you messages here and I'll also email, but at this point there's no more yoga class until the I think that's the 24th, the Tuesday of the fourth week of August. So I will be in touch, and again, thanks for being here. Thanks. Yeah, 24th is the Tuesday when we resume. All right, take good care. Thanks.